I know I could have been institutionalized at some point. You know,
Yes.
you're talking about boarding schools.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could have had an experience that really, but I now live in a time, in a generation, you know, in an era where it's more, okay, let's ask more questions and let's try and find out like really what's going on.
Well, John called me. I'm Steve Hubbard, work at the Fargo Public Library at the information desk. It used to be called Reference. And I've been here for a very long time. And he called me inquiring about sanitariums, like local sanitariums. There's a work, this is a company that compiles, you know, working with the local people, photographs. We have images of America, Fargo, North Dakota. And that one was useful because it had a picture of the Nelson Sanitarium. You can see that. And it says that their comment is, especially prominent in the days before formal hospital care developed, sanitaria treated a range, by the way, it's spelled several different ways.
Yes.
If you start to research, you're going to see that. So they're using sanitaria here, plural, treated a range of conditions, including physical and mental illnesses, substance abuse, and alcoholism. Treatments were diverse, ranging from massage therapy to hydrotherapy. So I'm sure some of them did some good.
Yes.
But I know that your context was mental health care.
Yeah.
It would be tough to find out exactly who was admitted and what kind of treatment they got. Obviously, there'd be some privacy protection in all this. And then beyond that, what would happen to the records of these after they folded? Would they be kept anywhere or would they just disappear? So that's hard to say. And that's pretty much everything I've been able to do to assist you with some understanding. It would be great if they weren't quite so old, there might be somebody still around who had been treated in them.
Sure.
But this is pretty much all pre-World War II. I don't know if they even made it up. I haven't got all the dates yet.
Yeah.
But it's long enough to go. You're not gonna find somebody to interview. I'm afraid. I don't think so.
And do you believe that it would be, not a good idea, but what sort of stories would I find out if I could interview a person like that? I know.
Well, what I was thinking of was this whole treatment. The North Dakota had a state mental hospital before 1900. Okay, and then there was the San Haven Sanitarium that came along a little later. So, you know, if you were, you know, in distress of some kind, mental illness or whatever, I mean, there was care, say, at the state mental hospital. Now, we also know that state mental hospitals have a pretty nasty reputation for some really awful things, too.
Yes.
But I'm sure they had some successes.
Yeah.
My speculation is that if you were a little more affluent, you might want your loved one getting care nearby, you know, in one of these sanitaria. That's just pretty much speculation. But I'm thinking it might be a little more well-to-do to be able to get in these facilities.
Sure.
So it might have been a very nice alternative to the state mental hospital. There may have been some pretty good care, or at least helpful kindness or whatever.
Adequate sort of care in that way?
It might have been okay, but then of course you had some, you know, like the hydrotherapy. I can't remember if that was cold water or dripping it on you, or I'm not quite sure.
Almost sounding like torture.
Well, similar. I think so. Unfortunately, some mental health treatment was more like torture before we, I guess, understood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's about all I can really figure out about the sanitariums. It'd be fun to find out some more. Not sure how many records would exist. And as I say, it's a care facility. You'd be concerned about privacy, about who was admitted and what treatment they got.
Yeah, I wouldn't dig too much. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Very, very much.